Hello students, today we'll start with a new chapter in physics, that is force and pressure. A very easy chapter. In this chapter we'll study about what is force, what is thrust, what is pressure. In pressure we will study what is atmospheric pressure and daily life examples which are based on force and pressure. Okay, so first of all, force. Force is of two types: push or pull force. You can see this picture. See, this is a push force. When a person is trying to push an object here, push any particular, let's say a wall or a door, is trying to push, and this one is pull. These are the two types of forces. Now, how does these forces affect the body? What is the magnitude of force and how is force calculated? We'll see that. So force is applied on many different applications. Like if I say examples, then when we apply brakes to the car, force is applied on the wheels of the car to stop it. Okay, if a fielder catches a ball, he's applying force and stopping the ball. Okay, or if he's throwing the ball, even then he's applying force. Okay, because of which the ball is traveling a particular distance. So what is force? As per the definition, we can say that force is a cause. It is a cause. And what is the effect here? Force is a cause which changes the state of the body. The state of a body. Changes the state of a body means what? That, for example, if the body is in rest, then if we apply force, the body may come into motion. And if the body is already in motion, okay, and if I am applying force, the body may come at rest. Like here, for example, if we take an example of a car, a moving car, the car is moving. Okay, when you apply brake, that means the car is already moving, the car was in motion. By applying brakes, you bring the car at rest. Correct? Or while throwing a ball, the ball was at rest, and by applying force, you are bringing that ball into motion. So force is a cause which changes the state of a body. Or one thing is it changes the state of a body, or it can change the size or shape of a body. Even if the size or shape of a body is changed, then we can say a force is applied. Like you can see here, this tin, when a force is applied, the tin is crushed. That means the shape of the tin is changed. That means force is applied. Okay, when the shape or the size is changed, then we can say that force is applied. Now, what is the unit of force? What is the unit of force? The SI unit of force is Newton. The SI unit of force is Newton, because Sir Isaac Newton, he did a lot of research on force, and that is why the unit is named after him. Okay, and what is 1 Newton? When I say that 1 Newton of work is done, Newton is denoted by capital N. And when I say that 1 Newton of work is done, that means, what does it mean? it means, if I say 1 Newton of work is done, it means that a body of mass 1 kg, there is a body of mass 1 kg, okay, when I say that a force of 1 Newton is applied, when a force of 1 Newton is applied, that means a body of mass 1 kg, the speed of this body, the speed will increase by 1 meter per second. Okay, the speed will increase by 1 meter per second in 1 second. Okay, means, for example, let's say this body of mass 1 kg was moving at a speed of 50 meters per second. Okay, it was moving. When you apply a force of 1 Newton, it will start moving within 1 second. It will start moving with a speed of 51 meters per second. Understood the difference? Okay, when you apply a force of 1 Newton, a body of mass 1 kg, the speed will increase by 1 meters per second within 1 second. Okay, this is called as 1 Newton. And there is one more thing which is called as kgf. What is kgf? See, on Earth, if this is Earth, every object which is kept on the Earth has to experience a force of gravity in the downward direction. Okay, Earth is pulling every object towards its inside. Okay, towards its center. Earth is pulling every object towards its center. So every object which is kept on Earth is pulled downwards. Okay, so the force of gravity on an object of 1 kg mass, on an object of 1 kg mass, is called as 1 kgf. And what does kgf stands for? It stands for 1 kilogram force. Okay, means a body of 1 kg is pulled down by Earth by a force of 1 kgf. Okay, 1 kg and 1 kgf are same. Okay, in terms of Newton, if I want to calculate the force, means Earth ने एक 1 kg के ऑब्जेक्ट को कितने फोर्स से नीचे पुल किया अर्थ की ग्रेविटी ने, देन अगर मुझे न्यूटन में आंसर चाहिए तो इट इज 10 न्यूटन्स. So I can give an example. For example, if my weight is 50 kg, अगर मेरा weight 50 kg है, तो the force by which earth is pulling me down is 1 kg is 10 newtons. Okay, so the force by which earth is pulling me down is 500 newtons. Understood? Because 1 kgf is 10 newtons. Next is the turning effect. Turning effect of force. So what is the turning effect of force? For example, on a plain ground, if I have a circular object, let's say a ball, okay, and if I am applying a force on this ball, because of this force the ball will move like this. It will move in this direction, okay, and it will move forward in the right direction. Because of this force which I am applying here, I will push the ball, I will apply the force, and the ball will move in this direction. It is rotating. It will also rotate in this direction like this. It will rotate and move forward in this direction. Now, something which is called as the pivot. What is the pivot? Let's understand that. See, when we are applying force, let's say I am applying force like this, okay, this circular object will move, it will move in the circular direction, okay, and it will move from this point on the center. This point on the center will act as a axis of rotation. So जब मैं force apply करूँगा, so this it will move in the circular direction, okay, like any object. For example, if this pen, okay, I am moving this pen is moving in a circular direction, okay, and this point, the center of this point is called as the pivot, okay. The pivot is as it is, only the outer part, this part is moving in a wheel, okay. In the wheel also you can understand, in a car this central part is attached with the car and the wheel keeps on rotating, okay. This wheel may keep on rotate, this wheel keeps on rotating and this part is constant, so that is called as the pivot. This is turning of a wheel. Now if you want to make an object turn, okay, so there are certain factors which affect the turning. There are certain factors which affect the turning of a body, okay. So turning of a body. Now what are those factors? First factor is the magnitude of force, and the second factor is the perpendicular distance. Now let's see some examples. You will understand with the help of examples what I am trying to say here: the magnitude of force and the perpendicular distance, the factors which affect the turning of a body. If you want to make a body turn, if you want to turn a body, what will be the factors will affecting? These two factors will affect. How? Let's see with the help of an example. Let's say you want to, there is a nut. There is a nut and you want to open this nut using a spanner. This is how a spanner looks like, correct? And this spanner, you are using this spanner to open this nut. You understand? You will move this spanner in this direction and you will open the nut, okay. Now I want to turn this nut. This is a nut, okay, and I want a turning effect on this nut, because when the nut will turn with the help of this is a spanner. Now when the nut will turn, it will open, okay, and my task is to open this nut. So how fast will the nut open will depend on two things, okay. First is the magnitude of force. Magnitude means amount of force, okay. So how much force am I applying? That will be the first one. अगर मैं ज़्यादा force apply करूँगा तो nut fast open होगा, ठीक है. कम force apply करूँगा तो कम open होगा, slow open होगा, ठीक है. And second point is the perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance means ये handle जो है, this is the handle of the spanner. ये handle कितना लंबा है, okay. If you use a long handle, you will have to apply less force, okay. जितना ये handle बड़ा होगा उतना कम force apply करना होगा to produce the turning effect. Always remember one thing, okay. If you increase the distance, then less force is required to turn an object. Okay, if you increase the distance, less force will be required to turn an object. So in the same way, if you increase the size of the handle, you will require less force to open this nut. Okay, there are several examples based on this. For example, a door. Let's say this is a door. And let's say there is a handle here to open the door. Okay. And this is a room. Now, to open this door, if I give you 3 points, if I tell you open the door from this point, or open the door from this point, or this point, when you try to open the door, the hinges are here. You understand the hinges? बोर्ड जो ये डोर है ये अटैच्ड है इस फ्रेम के साथ, घर के फ्रेम के साथ ये डोर अटैच्ड है. ओके, सो if you try to close the door from this point, okay, ये hinge के पास से, ठीक है, this hinge is nothing but the pivot. अगर यहाँ से डोर को पुश करने की कोशिश करोगे तो ज़्यादा एफर्ट लगाना होगा, ठीक है. यहाँ से अगर ट्राई करोगे डोर को बंद करने का इस पॉइंट से तो थोड़ा कम एफर्ट लगाना पड़ेगा. When you will try to close the door from this point, okay, you will have to apply least force to close the door. Okay, because ये जो pivot है इससे जितना दूर होगा आपका फोर्स का एप्लीकेशन उतना ही easily you can close the door. Okay, that is why the handles which are there on the door is on the edge. यहाँ पे हैंडल देते हैं, ठीक है, बिकॉज ईजिली डोर को ओपन क्लोज कर सके. अगर आप ये पॉइंट से करोगे हिंज के पास से, सो इट विल बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू ओपन और क्लोज द डोर. ओके, यू कैन ऑल्सो वी कैन ऑल्सो टेक एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ फ्लोर ग्राइंडर. नाउ व्हाट इज फ्लोर ग्राइंडर? वो जो चक्की पीसते हैं, ठीक है, दैट इज फ्लोर ग्राइंडर. You have the diagram in your textbook also. This is the diagram. See the floor grinder. यहाँ पे you can see wheat flour or any other flour. It's put inside this area. Okay, and then this is the handle. This handle is used to rotate it. And इसके साथ ये जो गेहूँ है उसका आटा बन जाता है, ठीक है. Wheat flour, you get wheat flour from wheat grains. Okay, so this is called as a floor grinder. तो ये जो हैंडल है फ्लोर ग्राइंडर का, you can see it is like this. So this is the floor grinder is something like this. So आप यहाँ पे और इसके ऊपर यहाँ पे हैंडल होता है एक ऐसा. So आपको जो भी आटा वगैरह चाहिए, ठीक है, तो उसके ग्रेन्स को यू पुट इट हियर इन द सेंट्रल पार्ट एंड यू कीप मूविंग दिस से गोल गोल, ठीक है. तो अब ये जो हैंडल है, जितना ये हैंडल लंबा होगा, बड़ा होगा, ठीक है, उतना कम फोर्स अप्लाई करना होगा, ठीक है. सो वी पर्पजली कीप द हैंडल लॉन्ग सो दैट वील हैव टू अप्लाई लेस फोर्स टू टर्न द ऑब्जेक्ट. ओके, सेम गोज विथ potters. Potters also use the same technique. Carpenters also use a drill machine. The drill machine which the carpenters use. They use a drill machine. That drill machine has a long handle. And because of that long handle, it is less force is needed to drill the hole. Okay. You can also take an example of a turning wheel. Turning wheel मतलब जो कार में steering wheel होता है. Okay, something like this. This is your steering wheel of the car. This is the steering wheel of the car. Okay, and this steering wheel you can see is attached to this round. ये जो राउंड है इस पे अटैच्ड होता है स्टीयरिंग व्हील. ओके, जब आप इस व्हील को घुमा रहे हो तो एक्चुअल में क्या घूम रहा है? एक्चुअल में ये जो रॉड है यहाँ पे, देयर इज अ रॉड. ओके, लेट्स से दिस इज अ रॉड. दिस रॉड इज मूविंग. इसके ऊपर स्टीयरिंग व्हील अटैच्ड है इस रॉड के ऊपर. ओके, सो लाइक दिस. इस ये रॉड है और इस रॉड पे यू कैन सी द स्टीयरिंग व्हील इज अटैच्ड. एंड जब आप इस स्टीयरिंग व्हील को घुमाते हो तो ये रॉड भी अंदर ओपन होता है, घूमता है. ओके, सो इस स्टीयरिंग व्हील की वजह से इट इज़ ईजी टू मूव द रॉड. जैसे जो बड़े व्हीकल्स होते हैं, बिग व्हीकल्स लाइक लेट्स से बसेस, उसमें जो स्टीयरिंग व्हील होता है वो बहुत बड़ा होता है. आपने नोटिस किया होगा. तो बसेस में जो स्टीयरिंग व्हील होता है इट इज़ वेरी लार्ज कंपेयर टू द स्टीयरिंग व्हील इन योर कार. बसेस का स्टीयरिंग व्हील बड़ा होता है. क्यों? बिकॉज वहाँ पे यू हैव टू अप्लाई ग्रेटर फोर्स टू मूव द व्हील्स. व्हील के डायरेक्शन को चेंज करने के लिए ज़्यादा फोर्स की ज़रूरत है. तो अगर फोर्स ज़्यादा चाहिए तो हम क्या करेंगे? फोर्स को थोड़ा कम करने के लिए विल इंक्रीज द डिस्टेंस. सो हम क्या करते हैं, ये है वो रॉड जिसको मूव करना है, तो इसका डिस्टेंस जो व्हील के साथ है, इस डिस्टेंस को बढ़ा देते हैं. ठीक है, व्हील को और बड़ा भी कर सकते हैं. ऐसा ज़्यादा भी बड़ा नहीं कर सकते. इट शुड बी हैंडल करने के लिए ईजी भी होना चाहिए. बट फिर भी जितना आप व्हील को बड़ा करोगे, जितना इसके रेडियस को बड़ा करोगे, उतना लेस फोर्स अप्लाई करना होगा टू मूव द ऑब्जेक्ट. ओके, सेम गोज in bicycles. You can see in this bicycle here you have axle. Okay, and इस आपको इसको मूव करना है, ये वाली व्हील को मूव करना है, बट यू मूव इट विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस पेडल. ओके, तो ये कैसे करते हैं? दिस ये जो हैंडल दिख रहा है ये बहुत बड़ा हैंडल है ग्रीन कलर में. दिस लॉन्ग हैंडल, ग्रेटर द साइज ऑफ दिस हैंडल, लेस फोर्स विल बी रिक्वायर्ड टू मूव दिस व्हील. ओके, सो ये व्हील मूव करना है तो कम फोर्स अप्लाई करना होगा. सो जितना बड़ा ये हैंडल होगा उतना कम फोर्स अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा पेडल पे टू मूव दिस बाइसिकल व्हील. ओके, दीज वर सम ऑफ द एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ टर्निंग इफेक्ट. नाउ दिस टर्निंग इफेक्ट which you are talking about, that how force can be applied to turn an object. इसको टर्न किया, डोर को टर्न किया, ठीक है, ग्राइंडर को टर्न किया, स्टीयरिंग व्हील को टर्न किया. These are all examples of turning effect. So this turning effect is actually in the terms of physics is called as movement of force. Okay. It is called as movement of force. And what is this movement of force? This movement of force is force into distance. Force into distance, perpendicular distance. What is your perpendicular distance from the point and how much force are you applying? When you multiply both of them, you will get the movement of force. Okay, any object, if you are trying to move that object, you must know the movement of force. Now, what is the unit of this movement of force? What is the unit of force? It is Newton. And what is the unit of distance? It is meters. So the unit of moment of force is Newton meter. Okay, when you combine the units of both force and distance, you will get the unit of moment of force, that is Newton meter. Okay, this is the SI unit. Now what is the CGS unit? CGS unit of moment of force. CGS unit of moment of force is dyne centimeter. Force का CGS unit होता है dyne and distance का CGS unit is centimeter. So it becomes dyne centimeters. Okay, and then what is the relation between 1 Newton meter and डाइन सेंटीमीटर, ये छोटा यूनिट है, ये बड़ा यूनिट है. सो व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस, व्हाट इज द रिलेशन बिटवीन देम? 1 न्यूटन मीटर इज 10⁻⁷ डाइन सेंटीमीटर. 1 Newton meter is 10⁷ dyne centimeter. Okay, so this is a very small unit and this Newton meter is a very big unit. Okay, next is force. No, force we have done. Next is pressure. So before understanding pressure, you must understand what is thrust. What is thrust? Thrust means, thrust is force only. Thrust is nothing but force, but applied perpendicular. Applied perpendicularly, or you can say applied normally. Normal मतलब अगर ये surface है and if I am applying force in this direction, if this force is perpendicular to the surface, perpendicular means इनके बीच में का जो angle है that is 90 degrees. जो आपका force है it is perpendicular to the surface. This is my force and this is my surface. If they are perpendicular to each other, then we can say that it is thrust. Okay, so आप simply याद रखो thrust is nothing but force. Okay, thrust और force same ही होता है. तो भी इसमें अगर सेम है तो लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड देयर एग्जांपल्स. व्हाट आर द एग्जांपल्स? सी, समझो अगर ये एक लेवल ग्राउंड है, ठीक है. वन पर्सन इज स्टैंडिंग लाइक दिस एंड द सेम पर्सन इज देन lying on the force, lying on the ground. Okay, and let's say this surface is made up of sand. Okay, ये surface is made up of sand. This is all sand. Okay, now अब जब ये आदमी यहाँ पे खड़ा होगा sand के ऊपर, तो his feet will go inside the sand because of his weight. Let's say his weight is 50 kg और इसका weight भी 50 kg है, सेम है, ठीक है. So इसके weight के वजह से his feet will go inside the sand. Okay, so let's say इसकी feet sand के अंदर गई, कितनी गई? 2 सेंटीमीटर्स. ओके, 2 सेंटीमीटर गई बिकॉज ऑफ हिज वेट. ठीक है, वो कितना सैंड के अंदर चला गया? पैर उसका 2 सेंटीमीटर्स. ओके, बट व्हेन ही इज स्लीपिंग ऑन द सैंड, व्हेन द सेम पर्सन इज स्लीपिंग ऑन द सैंड, वो सैंड के कितना अंदर जाएगी? उसकी जो बॉडी है वो सैंड के सिर्फ 1 सेंटीमीटर अंदर गई. ओके, यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड इट लाइक दिस ऑल्सो. लेट्स से if I have a brick, so ये ब्रिक है. अगर मैंने इसको स्टैंडिंग रखा, ठीक है, तो इट गोज 2 सेंटीमीटर इनसाइड. बट व्हेन आई केप्ट द सेम ब्रिक इन द स्लीपिंग डायरेक्शन, when I kept the same brick in the sleeping direction, it goes 1 centimeter inside the sand. ऐसा क्यों हुआ? जब स्टैंडिंग रखा तब ज़्यादा अंदर गया सैंड के, ठीक है, वेट सेम है दोनों ब्रिक्स का, बट जब स्लीपिंग रखा तो कम अंदर गया. ऐसा क्यों है? बिकॉज सी, ये जो आपका वेट है, व्हेन यू आर स्टैंडिंग, योर वेट इज कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड इन दिस स्मॉल एरिया. इतने से पार्ट में आपके पूरा वेट आ रहा है 50 kg. बट व्हेन यू आर स्लीपिंग, ये जो 50 kg है ये इतने पूरे पार्ट में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो गया. इतने पूरे पार्ट में 50 kg डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो गया. ओके, सो इसीलिए जो डेप्थ ये ट्रैवल करेगा वो कम होगा, बिकॉज फोर्स जो है यहाँ से वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो गया है. ओके, यहाँ पे ये जो बेस है, ये बेस छोटा है, ठीक है, तो इस पे जो फोर्स का एप्लीकेशन है वो ज़्यादा होगा. बट यहाँ पे द बेस इज़ बिगर, ये बड़ा हो गया है, ठीक है, तो इसीलिए जो फोर्स, जो वेट है, जो फोर्स है, दैट विल गेट डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड इन दिस एंटायर एरिया. ओके, वो फोर्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो गया, यहाँ पे फोर्स कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड है। इसका एक और एग्जांपल देखते हैं। अगर आपके पास दो नेल्स है, अंडरस्टैंड, नेल्स, खिला जिसे कहते हैं, ठीक है, एक का पॉइंट ऐसा है और एक का पॉइंट ऐसा है। ओके, सो कौन ज़्यादा इजीली सरफेस के अंदर जाएगा? जो शार्प होगा, करेक्ट, दिस इज शार्प, सो दिस विल इजीली गो इनसाइड, दिस विल इजीली गो इनसाइड एंड दिस विल नॉट इजीली गो इनसाइड। वाई? बिकॉज इसके ऊपर आपने जो फोर्स, लेट्स से यू अप्लाइड अ फोर्स ऑफ 10 न्यूटन्स ऑन बोथ द नेल्स। ओके, इसका जो 10 न्यूटन का फोर्स था वो पूरा का पूरा एक पॉइंट पे कॉन्सेंट्रेट हो गया, ठीक है। ये 10 न्यूटन का फोर्स पूरा का पूरा एक पॉइंट पे कॉन्सेंट्रेट हुआ, जिससे इजीली नेल अंदर चला गया। ओके, बट हियर देयर इज नो पॉइंट, हियर ये थोड़ा फ्लैट है, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज ब्लंट, द सरफेस इज फ्लैट। सो इस वजह से जो 10 न्यूटन का फोर्स है, दैट फोर्स गॉट स्प्रेड इन अ बिगर एरिया। ओके, एंड वो ज़्यादा अंदर नहीं जा पाएगा बिकॉज वो स्प्रेड हो गया। सो व्हाट इज प्रेशर? देन वंस यू हैव अंडरस्टूड व्हाट इज थ्रस्ट, तो प्रेशर का मतलब क्या होता है? प्रेशर का मतलब इज, प्रेशर इज थ्रस्ट अपॉन एरिया, मीन्स थ्रस्ट मीन्स फोर्स, ठीक है। तो आप कितना फोर्स अप्लाई कर रहे हो, ठीक है, एंड कितना एरिया है वो भी मैटर करेगा। इफ द एरिया इज लेस, मोर फोर्स विल बी अप्लाइड, इफ द एरिया इज मोर, लेस फोर्स विल बी अप्लाइड, बिकॉज फोर्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो जाएगा। ओके, सो यू हैव टू रिमेंबर, प्रेशर किस पे डिपेंड करेगा? फोर्स पे तो डिपेंड करता ही है, इट ऑल्सो डिपेंड्स ऑन द एरिया। इफ द एरिया इज लेस, लेट्स से स्मॉल एरिया, then the pressure will be more. Okay, if area is less, then pressure will be more. जितना कम एरिया उतना ज़्यादा प्रेशर, ओके, एंड वाइस वर्सा। सो फोर्स तो इम्पॉर्टेंट है ही, फोर्स के साथ साथ एरिया इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट। सो देर आर मेनी एग्जाम्पल्स बेस्ड ऑन दिस, but before doing those examples, let's see what are the units of pressure, ठीक है। so see, कई बार ऐसा होता है that we use force and pressure interchangeably, कहीं पे प्रेशर बोल देते, कहीं पे फोर्स बोल देते, बट दे आर टू डिफरेंट थिंग्स। ओके, प्रेशर डिपेंड करेगा, समझो फोर्स 10 न्यूटन्स है, ओके, बट इस 10 न्यूटन्स के फोर्स के डिफरेंट प्रेशर हो सकते हैं डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द एरिया। अगर एरिया कम है तो ये 10 न्यूटन का फोर्स बहुत हो गया, बट अगर एरिया ज़्यादा है तो दिस 10 न्यूटन्स फोर्स इज नॉट मच। ओके, सो फोर्स, प्रेशर डिपेंड्स ऑन फोर्स एंड एरिया बोथ। सो इफ एरिया इज लेस, pressure will be more. Keep reading the chapter from the textbook as well. Now, what are the units of pressure? So we have seen the formula, pressure is thrust upon area. What are the units of pressure? So the first SI unit of pressure what is the formula? It is thrust upon area. So thrust means force. Force का unit क्या है? Force unit is newtons. And area का unit होता है meter square. So that means the unit of pressure is Newton per meter square, or this can be also written as Newton meter square minus 2. ये minus 2 क्यों लिखा? Because see, अगर इस m square को if I bring it up, it will become m raised to minus 2. ये जो m square है, अगर आप ये साइन नहीं डाल रहे हो डिविजन साइन, तो if you bring this m square up in the numerator, it will become minus m square, m raised to minus 2. Okay, so this is the SI unit of pressure. Okay, and this unit is also called as Pascal. It is named after a scientist, Blaise Pascal. We will study about his law also later on. So this is the unit of pressure, newtons per meter square, or you can also call it Pascal. Okay, Pascal is denoted by PA. For example, I can say the pressure is 10 Pascal, the pressure is 20 Pascal. Okay, there are bigger units also. You can also say the pressure is 20 kilopascal. K, this K is nothing but kilo. Kilo का मतलब क्या होता है? 1000. Okay, so it can be 20 kilopascal. So this was the SI unit. Now what will be the CGS unit? CGS unit of pressure. The CGS unit of pressure means again thrust upon area. CGS unit of thrust is, you can write kgf. Okay, upon CGS unit of area is meter square. So you can write the CGS unit as kgf meter minus 2. This will be the CGS unit of pressure. Okay, now there is one more unit of pressure which is called as ATM. This unit is used for atmospheric pressure. This unit is used for atmospheric pressure. Okay, atmospheric pressure, ATM. सो अगर एटमॉस्फेयर का प्रेशर जानना है कि कोई पर्टिकुलर रीजन में एटमॉस्फेयर का कितना प्रेशर है, तो यू कैन यूज़ दिस वेयर 1 ATM इस एक, अगर मैंने कहा कि प्रेशर इज़ 1 ATM, तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? ये प्रेशर एक्चुअली इज़ 1.013 इंटू 10⁵ पैस्कल. ये इतने बड़े वैल्यू, इतने बड़े पैस्कल के वैल्यू को हमने 1 ATM बनाया है. ओके, व्हेन द प्रेशर इज दिस मच, वी कैन से इट इज़ 1 ATM. Okay, so what are the factors affecting pressure? Just look at the formula. What are the factors affecting pressure? Pressure is affected by the thrust and by the area. So the two factors affecting pressure are thrust and the area. So you have to understand, if again I am writing here, if the area is more, pressure will be less. If the area is less, then pressure will be more. We can call it, they are inversely proportional. Inversely proportional का मतलब होता है एक बढ़ेगा तो दूसरा कम होगा. Okay, they are inversely proportional. Now let's see some examples in daily life of pressure. Some examples of how pressure, अगर हमने एरिया को बढ़ाया या कम किया तो कैसे हम प्रेशर को चेंज कर सकते हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ एरिया. Like the first example they have given is of a screw. So screw में क्या होता है? One end is pointed and another end is flat. Okay, so इस flat end पे when you apply pressure, this pointed end will go inside. तो जितना ज़्यादा pointed होगा, see pointed का मतलब क्या है? Pointed means area is less. छोटा हो जाएगा ये उतना, जितना pointed होगा उतना pressure ज़्यादा apply होगा. Okay, this is one example. There are several other examples, like for example knife or scissors. Okay, or any pin, any sharp objects. अब knife एक sharp object है. Okay, if you have a knife like this, अब ये knife जितनी sharp होगी, ये knife अगर sharp होगी, तो you will have to apply less pressure to cut any object. So for example, if you have to cut a fruit, okay, if you have to cut a fruit, तो इस फ्रूट को कट करने में you will have to apply less pressure if the knife is sharp. Okay, so less pressure if the knife is sharp. So knife sharp है तो pressure कम लगाना पड़ेगा जिससे we can easily cut the fruit. Okay, similarly if you are wearing, there are two types of shoes, like I'm just making a, let's say if this is a heel, this is a sandal, with a heel, and there is a shoes let's say this is a shoes which has a flat sole. Okay, so there is a sandal with a heel and shoes with a flat sole. In using this footwear, if you are walking on the road, this heel will apply more pressure on the ground. This heel will apply more pressure on the ground, and these flats will apply less pressure, even if the weight is same. Okay, even if a person of let's say 50 kg is wearing this heel and a person of 50 kg is wearing these flat shoes. Okay, on this flat shoes, the 50 kg weight, the force will get distributed because it is flat. It will get distributed, so the pressure will be less. But here all the weight will be concentrated on this point, on the heel, and that is why the pressure will be more. Or you can understand it like this: okay, if someone beats you with a flat shoes, or if a girl beats you with a sandal, which will be more hurtful? It's quite funny, right? That सैंडल से अगर मार पड़ेगी तो ज़्यादा प्रेशर अप्लाई होगा, ठीक है, एंड ज़्यादा हर्टफुल होगा बिकॉज सैंडल्स आर पॉइंटेड. So in the same way, again and again in every example, they will try to tell you only one thing, that if the area is more, pressure will be less. If the area is less, pressure will be more. Okay, let's have some more examples on how we can, if we increase the area, pressure is decreased. Let's have some examples on this. Now, for example, let's say heavy trucks which carry tons of weight. See this truck. You can see it is a very heavy truck and it is carrying a lot of load up. And you can see the number of wheels here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like around 8 wheels on one side, and they are also in a pair of 2. 8 wheels on one side with a pair of 2 means 16 wheels on one side, and 16 wheels यहाँ पे होगी other side पे. So total 32 wheels है इस ट्रक में. Why is that so? क्यों इतने सारे wheels रखे हैं? Because अगर इस ट्रक में ज़्यादा wheels होंगे, so what will happen? The area in contact with the road will increase. जो रोड के साथ कांटेक्ट में एरिया है, दैट एरिया विल इंक्रीज, एंड इफ एरिया इंक्रीजेस द प्रेशर ऑन द रोड विल डिक्रीज. ओके, सो प्रेशर डिक्रीज होना ज़रूरी है बिकॉज रोड, हर जगह का रोड सेम नहीं होता, ठीक है. कहीं पे रोड वीक होगा, कहीं पे रोड ज़्यादा कॉन्क्रीट होगा, कहीं पे लेस कॉन्क्रीट होगा. सो इट शुड नॉट डैमेज द व्हीकल और द रोड. दैट इज़ वाई मोर नंबर ऑफ टायर्स टू गिव स्टेबिलिटी टू द लगेज, टू द heavy material which is carried inside this truck. Okay, so if this is a truck, so you have to understand that more number of wheels means जो area है contact में road के साथ उसको increase कर लिया है. Okay, next another example is camel and horse. Now if you see the feet of camel की feet जो होती है, it is very broad. These are the feet of a camel. Okay, if you can see properly, it is very broad. But on the other hand, if I show you the feet of horse, feet of horse, see it is so small compared to camel. So what I'm saying is camel की जो feet होती है it is very strong, it is somewhat like this, it has nails here, okay, and it is quite big. But जो horse की होती है it is very small like this, only this much. So कैमल की फीट बड़ी होती है, हॉर्स की फीट का एरिया कम होता है, ओके, स्मॉल इन साइज. सो इससे क्या होता है, इट इज़ ईजियर फॉर कैमल टू वॉक ऑन द सैंड, ओके, बिकॉज हॉर्स का क्या होगा, इफ एरिया, हॉर्स का ये जो पैर है वो छोटा है, मीन्स एरिया इज लेस, ओके. अगर एरिया लेस हुआ तो प्रेशर बढ़ जाएगा, प्रेशर विल इंक्रीज एंड उसका पैर सैंड के अंदर चले जाएगा बार बार, ओके. बट जो कैमल है, ठीक है, उसकी फीट बड़ी है, ओके, सो प्रेशर ज़्यादा अप्लाई नहीं होगा, सो हिज फीट विल नॉट गो इनसाइड द सैंड ईजीली, ओके. सो जो सैंड में क्या होता है कि अगर जो पॉइंटेड चीज़ होगी सैंड में, द पॉइंटेड थिंग विल गो इनसाइड, ओके, एंड जो भी चीज़ ज़्यादा फ्लैट होगी दैट विल स्टे अप, ओके. सो हॉर्स का जो फीट है उसके एरिया वो इट इज़ पॉइंटेड कंपेयर टू कैमल, सो उसकी फीट बार बार सैंड के अंदर जाएगी एंड हेंस हॉर्स आर नॉट सूटेबल ऑन सैंड, दैट इज वाई वी प्रेफर कैमल्स. दिस वॉज अनदर एग्जाम्पल. नाउ देयर आर सेवरल अदर एग्जाम्पल्स लाइक आर्मी टैंक्स. Wheels of the army tank, you can see, are very broad. They are very broad. Why they are very broad? So that the area increases, okay. If the area increases, pressure will be less. So army tanks का भी broad होता है, okay. Same goes for school bags. The straps. You understand what are straps of the school bags? See, in school bags, these are called as this is a school bag, okay, and these are the straps. ये जो आप अपने शोल्डर पे हुक करके यू वॉक. अब ये स्ट्रैप्स जितने ब्रॉड होंगे उतना बैग का वेट आपको कम लगेगा, ठीक है. इफ दी स्ट्रैप्स, लेट्स से अगर ये स्ट्रैप्स इतने ब्रॉड है, ओके, एंड अनदर स्ट्रैप, ये एक बैग का बैग, वन बैग हैज़ दीज ब्रॉड स्ट्रैप्स एंड अनदर बैग हैज़ इतने ब्रॉड स्ट्रैप्स है, ओके. सो क्या होगा, अगर आपने ये ज़्यादा ब्रॉड वाले स्ट्रैप्स का बैग लिया तो जो वेट है आपके बैग का वो आपको कम फील होगा, ओके, बिकॉज यहाँ एरिया इज़ मोर, एरिया ज़्यादा हो गया, ठीक है. इसलिए जो प्रेशर है वो आपके शोल्डर्स पे कम आएगा जनरली. इसीलिए अगर आप बड़े बैग्स लेते हो, ठीक है, ट्रैवल बैग्स, दोज काइंड ऑफ बैग्स, देयर यू विल सी दैट ये जो स्ट्रैप्स है ये काफ़ी ब्रॉड होते हैं टू रिड्यूस द प्रेशर ऑन योर शोल्डर, ओके. और अगर आप बहुत नैरो विड्थ वाले बैग्स लोगे तो इट विल हैव प्रेशर ऑन योर shoulders, okay. This is another example. So these were all example, like buildings also, like if I want to build a tall building, ठीक है, तो जो उसका फाउंडेशन होता है इट इज़ ऑलवेज केप्ट लाइक दिस. ज़मीन के अंदर जो उसका फाउंडेशन होगा उसको हम बड़ा रखते हैं, ओके. फाउंडेशन बड़ा होगा सो कितना भी प्रेशर हो बट दिस फाउंडेशन इज मोर, सो द प्रेशर विल बी लेस. इन द एंड प्रेशर विल बी लेस एंड बिल्डिंग विल बी मोर सिक्योर, ओके. उसका लोड ज़्यादा नहीं आएगा ज़मीन के ऊपर, okay. So this was all about the pressure of objects, okay. But liquids also have pressure. Liquids also apply pressure on its surface. So for example, if this is a beaker and if inside the beaker you fill it with liquid, okay, so this liquid is continuously applying pressure on the walls of the beaker. Here, this liquid, wait, this is a beaker and it is filled with liquid. So this liquid is applying pressure on the walls of the beaker and also on the bottom. हर तरफ pressure apply करता है, ठीक है. It also applies pressure on upward direction, but because of gravity it cannot go here, okay. So liquids apply pressure on the surface of the object, okay, in all directions. How can you demonstrate this कि liquid pressure apply कर रहा है? Just make a hole here. As soon as you make a hole here, the liquid will start coming out. इसका मतलब liquid pressure apply कर रहा था, जैसे ही मैंने hole किया, liquid start coming out. That means liquid is applying pressure. Okay. Now, what are the factors that affect the liquid pressure? We are studying about the liquid pressure. What are the factors that affect the liquid pressure? Factors affecting liquid pressure are, first, the height of the liquid column. What does this mean? See, for example, if you have a tank this big, okay, और आपने ये फुल पानी से भरा हुआ है, ओके, फुल, आपने यहाँ पे एक होल किया और यहाँ पे एक होल किया. इफ यू मेक टू होल्स ऑन डिफरेंट हाइट्स, you will see that the water coming out from this hole will go a longer distance compared to the water which is coming out of this hole. Why is it so? That नीचे अगर hole किया तो water comes out with a greater force. That is because जो ये वाला level है, ये जो hole है, on this hole there is a pressure of this much water. This much water is applying the pressure और उस प्रेशर से ये बाहर आ रहा है, करेक्ट, बिकॉज इसके नीचे वाला जो पानी है दैट इज़ नॉट अप्लाइंग प्रेशर ऑन दिस होल, ओके, बट दिस एंटायर प्रेशर, ये जो पूरा लिक्विड है, दिस एंटायर लिक्विड इज अप्लाइंग प्रेशर ऑन दिस लेवल. इस पे प्रेशर आ रहा है जिससे इस होल से पानी बाहर आएगा. मीन्स ये वाले होल पे इस पूरे लिक्विड का इफेक्ट है, बट ये वाले होल पे सिर्फ इतने ही लिक्विड का इफेक्ट है. दैट इज़ वाई दिस होल विल exit water with a greater force. Okay, इसीलिए अगर आप घर पे let's say if you are using a pot at home, okay, made up of मिट्टी का जो होता है, made up of soil, so उसका जो टैप होता है, टैप, that tap is always here at the bottom. ऊपर नहीं रखते टैप, नीचे रखते. क्यों? Because when you are filled it with liquid, that liquid will apply pressure on this tap and easily water will come out. Okay, so height is important. Second factor is density. If the liquid is more dense, it will apply more pressure. Simple. If the density is more, then pressure will also be more. Okay, these are the 2 points you must remember. Now there is one very good example based on liquid pressure. One example, that is of dams. See, let's say this is a dam. You understand dam, where we collect water. Okay, so this dam is full of water. Now we know that जैसे जैसे डेप्थ बढ़ती है, प्रेशर विल इंक्रीज. इफ यू आर अ स्विमर, if you know how to swim, if you have done underwater swimming in your life, you might have noticed that when you go in depth, in greater depths in the pool, जितना पानी के अंदर जाओगे, water pressure will increase on you. Water pressure will increase on you if you go in greater depths. Okay, so जो पानी का प्रेशर है वो नीचे के पार्ट में ज़्यादा होता है. Okay, so means if let's say here the pressure on this wall, this is the wall of the dam, okay, the pressure at this height is let's say 100 newtons. The pressure at this level would be 500 newtons. Okay, because ये पूरा पानी का इफेक्ट इस लेवल पे आ रहा है. ओके, सो व्हेन यू गो डेप्थ, व्हेन यू गो डीप इनसाइड द वाटर, द प्रेशर विल इंक्रीज. ओके, सो दैट मीन्स दिस वाटर विच इज देयर हियर इज अप्लाइंग अ प्रेशर ऑफ 500 न्यूटन्स ऑन द वॉल. ओके, और ये ऊपर वाला जो वॉल है उस पर सिर्फ 100 न्यूटन प्रेशर अप्लाई हो रहा है, करेक्ट. that means there are chances that this wall which is there here can break. That is why in dams what we do is, ऊपर pressure कम है, नीचे pressure ज़्यादा है, so we build the dams, the wall of the dams like this, like this. ये पूरा wall है. This is the wall of the dam. What we did, नीचे प्रेशर ज़्यादा है तो वॉल की थिकनेस भी ज़्यादा है, ऊपर प्रेशर कम है, वॉल की थिकनेस भी कम है. Okay, so we gradually increase the thickness of the wall as you go deep inside. Okay, so in a dam, the thickness of the wall is more at the bottom and less at upper heights. Okay, because नीचे wall की thickness ज़्यादा है, pressure भी ज़्यादा है, it will get balanced. Okay, अगर same size की wall रखेंगे तो नीचे it can break, the wall can break. That is why we increase the size of the wall. Okay, now the last topic is atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure. See, this is our earth, and you have studied in geography that earth has gravity, and around the earth we have atmosphere. What is this atmosphere? This atmosphere is nothing but collection of gases. These are nothing but gases which are surrounding the earth. Okay, why are these gases surrounding the earth? Because like we are affected by gravity, we are near the earth's surface because of gravity. These gases also, they do not escape from earth. ये जो gases है, ये ऐसे क्यों नहीं हो जाता कि ये gases space में चली जाए? Why are they gases? Why are all these gases around the earth only? Because the gravity is pulling these gases down continuously. Okay, और इस pull के वजह से these gases are around the earth. Okay, so if these gases are around the earth and they are pulled by gravity, they are always applying a downward force. So if I am standing here, okay, and earth is pulling me down, in the same way all the gases which is there here, these gases are also pulled down by the earth. So ये gases जो है, यहाँ पे जो gases है, ठीक है, which are not visible, so these gases are applying a pressure on my head. Like if you sit under a fan, the fan is moving with a great speed, you can feel the air on your head because of that fan. Okay, that is nothing but the atmospheric pressure, which you generally do not feel because we are used to it since birth. And this pressure, this atmospheric pressure which comes on your head because of this air is not a small pressure. It is very big pressure. If you compare, it is about 1 lakh newtons. 1 lakh newton of pressure per meter square. This is the amount of pressure which is coming on us. Okay, then why isn't so that because of this great amount of pressure I fall down or I go inside the earth? Because itna sara pressure hai. You can see how much pressure is it, 1 lakh newtons. Because inside our body we have a pressure called as blood pressure. Okay, so blood pressure exerts an outward force. Like for example, this is human body. Let's say this is human body. Okay, so there is blood pressure which exerts a outward force. Okay, and there is atmospheric pressure which exerts a inward force. Atmospheric pressure हमें बाहर से प्रेस कर रहा है, blood pressure बाहर जाने की कोशिश कर रहा है. So ये दोनों बैलेंस हो जाते हैं. Okay, the atmospheric pressure and the blood pressure balances each other, and that is why we are able to survive. Okay, so based on this atmospheric pressure which is coming from outside, okay, there are certain examples which we must study. So let's see some daily life examples of this atmospheric pressure. Let's see some examples. The first one is, they are all based on atmospheric pressure. Okay, so for example, if you have a glass of juice, now there is a atmospheric pressure continuously on the liquid. Okay, there is a atmospheric pressure throughout, so the liquid cannot come out डायरेक्टली. सी, आप ग्लास में अगर कुछ लिक्विड डाला है, ठीक है, तो वो बाहर नहीं आएगा ऑटोमेटिकली, बिकॉज एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर है. ओके, अगर ये एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर नहीं होता, सो बिकॉज लिक्विड अप्लाइज प्रेशर इन ऑल डायरेक्शन, लिक्विड कैन अप्लाई प्रेशर इन ऑल डायरेक्शन, सो इट वुड अप्लाई प्रेशर अपवर्ड्स ऑल्सो एंड द लिक्विड विल कम आउट. बट ऐसा नहीं होता. वाई? बिकॉज देर इज एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर. नाउ हाउ कैन वी यूज दिस एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर? सी, व्हेन यू ड्रिंक अ लिक्विड यूजिंग अ स्ट्रॉ, let's say this is a straw, and now what do we do? How do we use a straw? We suck the air which is there inside the straw. When you put the straw in the water, there is air inside the straw. Okay, when you suck, the air comes out. Okay, and once this air comes out, all the water will start coming in from the straw or the juice, whatever is there. Okay, what is happening? Once again I'll tell you. See, so that this is filled with the juice. Now in the straw, when you suck the straw, that means the air is pulled out. Okay, and there is a vacuum here, and that vacuum is filled by the juice coming inside. Okay, now how does the juice come inside? Because there is atmospheric pressure here, so this pressure makes this juice go inside the straw and reach your mouth. Okay, the same thing happens when you blow a balloon. When you blow an air balloon, the pressure is exerted by the air and the size of the balloon increases. Okay, let's say balloon is this much. You keep applying pressure, the balloon size increases. The balloon size increases. Okay, when you keep applying pressure, you keep filling it with air, the size of the balloon increases. Okay, when the water is drawn from a well, let's say if this is a well, okay, from a well, water is removed with the help of water pump. These water pump also take help of the atmospheric pressure and pull the water outside. Okay, see, you do not have these examples in detail. You have just the introduction of these examples. So we'll just touch up. Next example is rubber suckers. You can see these are called as rubber suckers. We use it at our houses sometimes to tie any particular objects on the wall. They get stuck on the wall. Now these rubber suckers use the concept of atmospheric pressure. How? Let's see. See, if this is a wall, now on the wall, if you try to stick the rubber sucker, what actually happens is, how does the rubber sucker sticks on the wall? This is how a rubber sucker looks like. And this is the hook on which you will tie the object. Okay, now what you do is you press this. While you want to stick on the wall, you press this rubber sucker. Okay, when you press it, what happens is something like this happens. the shape changes. When you press this, when you press it, when you pull this part, when you press it in this direction, all the air which is there inside the rubber sucker will go out from here. All the air will go out, okay? And then there will be no air inside the rubber sucker, okay? And the rubber sucker will stick to the wall because there is atmospheric pressure from outside. That atmospheric pressure will keep the rubber sucker in contact with the wall because inside there is no air, okay? See, in the beginning there was air inside and there was air outside. So pressure on both sides was equal, and that is why the rubber sucker was not sticking. But when you press it, all the air which is present inside will come out, okay? And then there is no air inside. But outside there is atmospheric pressure due to air. So the outside pressure will keep the rubber sucker in contact with the wall. Okay, the same concept are used by lizards also. They can easily crawl on the wall, they can easily climb the wall, okay? A vertical wall, horizontal wall, they can easily climb, lizards, because their legs use the same concept which the rubber suckers use, okay? And they stick on the wall because of that ability. Okay, these are examples of atmospheric pressure. There is another example like astronauts or mountaineers. What are mountaineers? Those who climb mountains like Mount Everest or high peaks, and astronauts who go in outer space. They wear special suits. Why do they wear special suits? Because the atmospheric pressure changes when you go at greater heights like mountains or when you go in outer space. When you go in outer space, okay, the atmospheric pressure changes. And in mountains also at greater heights, atmospheric pressure changes. And so that change in atmospheric pressure should not affect your body. That is why to maintain the normal pressure, you wear special suits. You might have seen silver colored suits are worn by these astronauts and mountaineers. Okay, you might also have heard of nose bleeding. Nose bleeding happens when you climb tall mountains. When you climb great heights, your nose may bleed. Why do that happen? Because at greater heights, the atmospheric pressure drops, it decreases, and that is why the comparison with your blood pressure is more. And when your blood pressure is more, blood will try to come out of your body. Okay, it's like this. See, for example, your blood pressure is 100 and atmospheric pressure is 100 at this height. When you climb up, atmospheric pressure will become 90, but your blood pressure is still 100. That means the atmospheric pressure is less, blood pressure is more, and that at this time nose bleeding will occur. Okay, so you have to take precaution about that. Now that's it with the force and pressure chapter. Read the chapter properly, read each and every word, see the diagram, see the pictures, watch the video carefully, and if any doubts you can message me. That's it for today. Thank you.